Hi, this is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. Thank you so much for joining me today. I just got back from an event and I just got fired up because I went and they struck life in me. They invoked my spirit. They're like, "Oh, come on, you can do it." And I'm like, "I can't wait to get home." So, I want to share something with you about being, planted in our lives, somewhere in our life, we were a seed. As a seed goes deep in the ground, deep in the ground. Um, no one knows sometimes exactly where the seed is except for the one who planted the seed. And I'm thinking about my father. My father was a farmer and he couldn't wait till spring got here so he could be able to plant his garden. He was out there, he had to go out first, begin to till the ground, to break up the ground. Because as you know, you can't plant something on some hard ground, right? You got to break the ground up. You got to get the ground ready for the seed. That right there is a revelation all by itself. And if you caught it, then I'm going to pause for you. Because that was a revelation, right? It's hard to plant something on something that's hard, right? Sometimes you're trying to share something with somebody who ain't ready because they haven't been broken up. They haven't had their ground broken. They're not ready to receive something, to the degree in which you're trying to give it. So you're trying to plant something on something that's not ready. And I'm telling you, I don't care how hard you try, it's not going to penetrate until you break it up. You got to prepare the ground, prepare their hearts, prepare their minds, prepare their spirits to be able to receive. Because as much as you may know something, as much as you may be able to say that you're instilled with so much knowledge, you cannot share that with everybody because everybody's not ready for it, right? You got to make sure the ground has been broken. It's ready to receive what you got to give. I watched my father out there in the yard. He got that hoe. He's just a till, he's tilling that ground. He's pushing that ground. He's trying to get that ground to break up. He's getting rid of all of those old roots. He's tearing the ground apart. So when he puts the seed in there, right, that the roots from that old stuff is not going to choke out the seed when it starts to come up. Now, I was a child. I didn't understand all that then. But good gracious from Zion, I got it now. I got it now, right? I realized that, sometimes in our lives, and let me talk about me, because I got to tell my story. I know in my life, I was planted. I was a seed planted. And sometimes when I was planted, people stepped over me because they didn't realize it was a seed there. Sometimes, they kind of, messed around with the seed without even knowing there was a seed there. Sometimes people do things to you. It's not intentional. They didn't purpose that, right? They did it sometimes, not even realizing. Sometimes, hey, what am I doing to her? What am I doing to him? Exactly what's happening right now, right? They don't understand it because you're still a seed. But ooh, wait. When that seed becomes a seedling, when it starts to sprout out, oh my gracious, I think so many times I'm so blessed that I was hidden for so long. I was hidden deep in the ground, deep in some roots, deep in a place that I could grow, I could learn. People were teaching me while I was still deep, in the ground. I was hidden from the things that could have destroyed me. How many of you know so many times in your life, there were things, people, places that was intended to destroy your life. Oh, gracious, I cannot tell you how many times somebody wished I was dead, tried to kill me, purposed my life to end. I had people wake up and call me on the phone crying. I mean, crying their eyes out. I might have shared this before. What is wrong with you? I dreamed you died. Oh, I dreamed you died. I said, Lord. I said, I'm here. What you crying for? Oh, I just dreamed. I said, okay, let's go with your dream. I said, one thing I know, things for sure, two things for certain. I'm going to leave here. You is too. I said, stop your crying, child. I'm here. I'm here. For however long my time is, I'm here. But I know that one day I will cease being here. And it's okay. I'm not afraid to leave here. There are some people who are. I'm not one of them. I understand the process of life. The process of life is just as sure as you got here, you got to leave here one day. You know, this host, this right here, is going to decay. You know, it's going to stop functioning. It's going to stop being. And when it does, so are you. You know, good gracious, honey, stop the crying. I said, look, you know my motto. Every day's a good day to live, and every day's a good day to die. That's life. Don't get caught up on stuff that people scare you from. You're afraid because of what people said. The fear, that fearmonger, has captivated your mind. Let me tell you something. When the seed goes in the ground, it must die from its original form. Did you know that? Did you know a seed? Who you are? You know you once was a seed, right? You was a seed planted, right? Your father planted a seed within your mother. And that seed, that original state, did not come out of your mother's womb. Remember that. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ooh, wait. I get excited. I'm excited because I realize that, I one day was a seed that was hidden deep down, hidden from people, places, and things that could have destroyed my life, right? Because just imagine being a seed, right? Being a seed, you are vulnerable because you're still a seed. Vulnerable, right? Good gracious, I think about, when you put the seed in the ground, how many things are trying to get it? The birds want the seed, the moles, the gophers, the golfers. I'm going to get the word right soon enough. But so many things are after your seed. But you got to understand when you are protected. Oh, gracious, when you're protected, can't nothing stop the seed from becoming a seedling. So it can become what it's meant to be. You are here because you were meant to be. Despite everything you've been through, despite whatever it is you have been challenged with, you are here. And you have to understand there's power in you being here. There was power in you being planted. And the designated place that you were put, it was purpose for that. You were placed there for a reason. There. Not here, but there. Everybody wants to get here. They want to be there. No, the purpose of the farmer planting it here was for a reason. You cannot put, it's something we learned, right? Because we were trying, as a community, we were trying to plant our garden, right? Because we had different ones inside, who had their garden every year. And I said, we're going to try to do the same thing. Well, we planted some watermelon, but we planted watermelon on the side of our building. And where we planted the watermelon at, the sun could not get to the watermelon. And so the sun couldn't get to it. And you need those three powerful things, right? You need the soil, you need the water, and you need the sun. Those three things is helping your garden to grow. and so I learned. And so those that planted the watermelon the same time, but they planted it in an open area where the sun, the rain, and the ground could, all work together to what? Shake that seed and make that watermelon grow, right? And those of us that had our pretty watermelon in the shade, so when we had to go out there, we wouldn't be sweating so hard. We had a logic. We had a logic while we planted ours by the side of the building. Because when it's come time to pull the weeds and all that kind of stuff, the sun wasn't going to be beating us. See, we think about us. We wasn't thinking about the plant. And so our plant, what we planted, Mm-mm. It didn't give us no big harvest. But those who didn't mind going in the sun, guess what? They came out there showing off their watermelons. So, but I learned something. So next time, when I go to plant, I had to make sure it was giving all those three nutrients: pretty ground, pretty sun, and plenty of water. And then I could see my harvest come up then. I could look at my tomatoes, honey. Check out my peppers. Look at that. Look at this. I could do it then. I learned something because it taught me the logic of things. And then it taught me about our lives, right? Sometimes we want things to be comfortable for us instead of comfortable for what we're trying to bring forth, right? There are things in our life that we are trying to do, we're trying to get. Sometimes we got to have some hard work put in it. It's some hard work coming, but boy, I'm telling you, the reward of that hard work is going to be worth it all. I know for a fact that I have planted some seeds all over. I got seeds here, I got seeds there. These seeds I planted. These seeds may be people, it may be things, but I planted them deep. And sometimes when you plant your seed, only you know where you planted them. Everybody's trying to guess, well, what kind of seed are they? I wonder what they planted, what they're doing over there. You ain't got to know. That's my garden. That's how. Let me show you how my garden's gonna grow. Right? My garden is gonna grow because see, I learned something. My seed. First of all, the deeper you put your seed down, oh my gracious, the stronger the roots. So when the winds, the storms of life, when the struggles come, it has been planted so deep that when it comes up, you worrying about what's up top. No, what's on the bottom. It's what's on the bottom. It's got the strength. That's where the power is at on the bottom. You're looking at what's coming up. But I planted it deep enough that when it came to the top, when people realized what I done planted, now they know what I got. Now they know what's getting ready to come up. Now they're trying to figure out, how can I get that? I want what she got. Now, they want what I got. They want what you got. But they ain't willing to plant it. They don't want to go through the work. They don't want to have to go through, the details. They don't want to ask you the questions. They just want to steal what you got. Oh, but I heard something about the thief come. To steal, kill, and destroy, right? There's a thief in the area. You supposed to guard your stuff because there's a thief close by. Now, only somebody walking around here blindly, knowing a thief is there, is not going to try to protect what they know is worthy and is worth so much to them than it can ever be to you. You're trying to take something, you don't even know what it is. You just assume that it will bring you the same joy it brings the person who planted it. But it can't, because you don't know the value that they put in that seed. That now is becoming a seedling. It's starting to show itself. Man, it's beautiful. Look at that. Wow. And I used to tell my children all the time, I said, sometimes I hate to even say I want something, because the moment I say I want something in an itching ear, somebody heard me say I wanted that, they will go after it like it was a sale going on. I'm like, good gracious. They never thought about it until I spoke it. The moment I spoke something I wanted, all of a sudden it was like, everybody got to go for it. So I learned to keep silent. It's what I want. It's what I desire. It's what I see. But I must stay silent. I must not give out any inkling of what it is, because the moment I do, it's now fair game for somebody else to say, let me see if I can get it before her. Because every time she always getting the stuff. It's always, I'm tired of her going, because she, all this kind of stuff. They going all through this. I'm like, this charade and this stuff. What is wrong with you? I'm just saying I want that. As a car. I saw this car. Oh, I like this car. Now, I saw the car. I like it. Now I began to share that about, I saw this beautiful car today. I saw this Maserati. It was pearl white. Oh, that thing was pretty. It had some gold. I love that car. And I saw it sitting up there to the showroom. That's what I'm telling you. On Friday, when I get off, I'm going up there to talk to this man about this Maserati, because that's what I want. Look at that. Look at me speaking some stuff into existence. Come on, Maserati. Let me plant this seed. Zip. Okay. So I'm looking at this Maserati. I said, I sure look good in that. So I'm talking about the Maserati. Now I got all these itching ears, right? You know how people feast on, because words are powerful now. When the word go out, it's free game. Because once you speak a word and those itching ears are all around you, they are hearing what you're saying and they're thinking too. So it's a Maserati over there in the showroom. Did you hear about the Maserati? Yeah, this is the Maserati. There's a Maserati. So the word is out in the street. The Maserati at the showroom. There's a Maserati at the show. So look, everybody's trying to figure out who can get the Maserati first. Because guess what? We ain't letting Queen Oya walk around and talk about she's got this Maserati. So let's go get it. Now we all put our money together. We can get this Maserati. Because she getting ready to get this. Because as she speaks, it shall come. Oh my goodness. Life, right? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And I said, And sometimes I do the Kansas City Shuffle on folks. I like doing the Kansas City Shuffle. You know what that is? You start telling people to look right because you're getting ready to go left, right? You start talking about something that you're really trying to get because they they're listening. He's, I started to see such a thing. I think I'm going to go and get this. They got a sale going on. I'm going to go grab, whatever it may be, right? Oh, girl, I was at the place last night, and General so-and-so. Honey, I'm telling you, my girls get ready to hook me up with the general. I'm getting ready to talk to the general on Friday. We're going to meet up there to Paradise Island. We going on Friday. I'm getting ready to meet the general. Which one? General Johnson. Yeah, honey, I'm being up there Friday. And she going to introduce me to the general Friday. The general? You mean talking about, honey, yeah, him. Guess what they get ready to do? They going to be there Friday to try to see the general. I ain't studying the general. I ain't even going to be there. I have my mind set to be over here. That's the Kansas City Shuffle. Get them all confused. Let them run after stuff. I don't care. Look. I done planted me a seed. My seed is now a seedling. I'm getting ready to reap a harvest. And while I know y'all sitting here and listen to everything I'm trying to say, let me send you on what my daddy said, a wild goose chase. Let me send you on a wild goose chase while I go back and feast on what I'm getting ready to have today. Because my garden is growing. Good gracious from Zion. You hear what I'm saying to you? I'm telling you, today, I got so excited. While I'm in this event, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness. And they wasn't talking about nothing I'm talking about. So I was like, she done stole somebody. I ain't stole nothing. I'm not even a thief. I ain't studying stealing. I ain't got to steal nothing, honey. Anything I want, I can produce it. All I got to do is just begin to speak it. It will manifest itself. I'm telling you. Another day, another hour, right? I'm telling you this because I want you to understand. Whatever it is you desire, realize you at one time was a seed. You were a seed. Look at you now, right? You have manifested into whoever and whatever you are. Now you are planting seeds here, there, everywhere. You're planting these seeds. Now, the importance of this message is the seed that you have planted, whether they're now still a seed or they're a seedling or they are now, really flourishing, right, to what you desire. You have got to protect what it is that you said, that you placed. You got to protect it, right? There are some, I watch, I'm giving to my father, right? A farmer. I said to myself when I was young, I told my mama, I said, Mama, I ain't going to never marry no farmer. She said, why? And I said, I ain't going to be in no field. I said, every time it was hot out there, I said, Daddy, every time, because my daddy had his farm, we was out there, right? All these kids, we out there pulling weeds and stuff. I said, I ain't gonna never marry no farmer. I ain't studying no farmer. Now, like, any farmers available? Anybody know about some farmers? I need me a farmer. I said, because I need to have some fresh food, right? My whole mind done changed, right? Be careful about the words you speak. I love y'all so much because y'all put up with me. And that's another thing. I learned something else too. I know sometimes people are always trying to change the way I talk, right? Wherever I go, they trying to change the way I talk. You know, you don't speak good grammar. What is grammar? I need to come off this topic, right? Cause I'm talking about the seed, but I'm going to take a side journey. What is grammar? What is that? Who introduced grammar anyway, and tells you that what you're saying is not, you're not speaking correctly? Who come up with that? You know, first of all, look, I talk the way I talk. And I know when I finished talking, you understood everything I just said. So if the grammar didn't fit, you fix it. But I'm done. I'm done. Cause look, I ain't worried about grammar. I worry about the fact you understand. Can you relate to me? Can you communicate with me? That's all I worry about. Honey, if you got that high tech grammar down pat, I salute you. You hear me? I salute you. You know, I'm just as proud of you as I can be. But now, if you waiting for me to match that energy and have that grammar down packed like you gonna lose. Cause I ain't trying to. I love being able to speak freely. And I love being able to speak the way I want to speak. And it does it for me. And anybody who is listening to me can understand me completely. That's all that matters. You know, at one time, when I was still a seed, maybe even a seedling, I had to try to figure out who I was. But once I became grown and I understood who I was and I understood what I was meant to do and who I was meant to be and where I was meant to be at, who I am on the inside out, honey, I didn't have to compete and try to be like anybody else. And anybody who could not accept me for who I am and what I am, hey, ain't no loss, baby. Ain't no loss. Because this is just it. All of this is just me. It's just me. And I love just being me. That's it. Just be you. And you ain't got to fight nobody in line to be you. Because it's just who you are. You know? Period. You know? You walk in a room, there's going to be some people who fall in love with you just because you walked in the room. And I get that too, right? I walk in the room and somebody, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And I walk in the same room, somebody, and I'm like, that's okay, I'm still here. You know, that's life. It's life. Accept that. Just be you. You are what you are meant to be. From the very day that you were planted, you were meant to turn out exactly the way you turned out. Don't allow somebody else to tell you because they say you are ugly. You know, you are is now identifying. You are fat. You are skinny. You are too tall. You are too stupid. You know, you are uneducated. You are poor. Once they say you are, then you begin to believe what they said because they said it. Now it has been planted. You unplanted it immediately because that doesn't mean that's who you are. You know, you are what you believe you are, not what somebody says about you, because every day somebody is saying something about you. They are talking about you and they are identifying you and trying to put you in a box of what they believe you are. Don't allow somebody to put you in a box and tell you who you are. You need to look at yourself and know who you are. Then fall in love with that person. And then matter what somebody says, that I know who I am. You know, irregardless of what you think of me, I know who I am. And I so love me. I so love me. Right? I love me. The ugly person you say, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's your thoughts. So what? You know, we all got them. Like ice cream. You know? Somebody likes the strawberry. Somebody likes the chocolate. Somebody's getting down on the butter pecan. That's me, right? But whatever it is, you just be that. Don't let somebody else tell you who you are. You know that for yourself. I was cutting up at my job, and one of the guys, you need to keep your day job, because I was singing. So you need to keep your day job. I said, what day job is that? What you doing there? I said, boy, bye. Let me tell you something. I can sing. I said, I don't need you to tell me. I hears it every day because I sings every day. And guess what? It may not be pleasing to your ears. And it may not meant to be. But I can sing because I'm a singer. And that is my day job. This is just a part-time job I do because it says I need to make money. So I make money here. But honey, my day job and my full-time job and my everyday job and my I love job is I sing. Because I sing because I am happy. I sing because I love singing. And I sing because it was birthed in me, put in me, and allowed me to be everything that I am because I sing. I'm a singer. And he was like, ooh, that's, Now, what else you want to talk about? You want to put that picture up there like you put... Don't be bothering me on my job about what I'm doing. Look, I ain't bothering nobody in this little room. This is my office. And I'm singing. I guess he said, ooh, I was just playing with no. Look, when you know who you are, you know you can cook. Don't let somebody, you can't cook. That's their opinion. And they ain't got to eat your food. But you go in their kitchen and you do your thing. That's all that matters. You know? You can't jump rope. Hey, I don't care if you do 4. You jumped it. You're not here to meet somebody else's expectation. Meet your own. And then you get yourself caught up in that, right? Because you are the seed that became everything that you are today. And you're fabulous. You're wonderful. You're great. You're beautiful. You're marvelous. You're extraordinary. Despite what anybody would ever say to you, you got to see that for yourself. Look at yourself and don't care what people put things in your mind all the time. Do not allow that that's been placed in your mind to become you. You erase that stuff, pull that stuff out, and remember who you are based on who you are. Not what people have said, especially if it's negative. Come on now. We too big for that. So what? They believe that, you know? A guy told me one day, I'm going to close, y'all. This guy told me one day, years ago, probably, I was about my hot 20s. And this guy said, I was about, good gracious, maybe 120 pounds, if I was that, right? He says, I don't like no little woman. He said, I want a woman who has some substance on her bones. I looked at him. I'm like, hey, little Suge, I'm happy for you. First of all, let's get this straight. I wasn't trying to get your attention, didn't even want your attention, and I got a few things I could tell you about your attention anyway, because, but I let that ride, right? And, yeah, because his wife, she was a nice little woman. She, she had substance. I'm proud of her. It ain't bother me none, but let me tell you something. He didn't hurt my feelings not one bit, you know what I'm saying? Later on, guess who she was accusing him of? This little woman over here, and I wasn't studying them. But what I'm saying to you is, I don't mark what people say. Because for you to take out time to even mention that to me, it means you were taking out time trying to see something, right? But I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. Don't allow what people say. If you don't like that, you ain't got to tell somebody, you look at somebody, I don't deal with somebody that, whatever. They ain't asked you nothing, so you didn't have no reason to even make that kind of comment. Stop going through life trying to put someone down or trying to mark somebody with some negative stuff. You let people know how great they are. If you can't make them great by saying something great about them, then, just pass it, okay? Just pass it. You ain't got to make a, comment on everything, especially when it's negative towards somebody, right? That's not what you was called to do. You wasn't called to be the person who's, to chop down everybody's life. You were here, actually, to help bring increase. Learn that. Be that. Do that. Okay? Anyway, love you so much. Thank you for your time. I know I burnt some of it up today. But anyway, you be blessed. Be powerful. Let your light so ever shine. And be everything you're supposed to be, despite anything that's trying to get in your way. Love you. Blessings to you. Jenny Oya, Nuggets and Things.